Well, today we're going to be making an artist's easel for our Barbie doll. This is from the art class Barbie video, and there's a painting already completed, and there's our Barbie who would be painting it. So we're going to show you how to do all of this. Okay, these are the supplies we're going to need: a ruler for measuring and a pencil for marking our measurements. We're going to need scissors and box cutters or a sharp knife. Be very careful with this. Adult supervision is needed. That's for cutting the cardboard. And then we're going to want some lightweight cardboard. You can use a cereal box, or this is an old file folder. We're going to cut that to size to make our canvas for Barbie to paint on. And we're going to make Barbie a paintbrush from one of these small ones. And we're also going to need a hot glue gun. Now, the cardboard I'm going to use is this nice flat sheet of corrugated cardboard that I got from a packing supply company. But you can use any kind of cardboard from an old carton that you can pick up for free in the grocery store. So I'm going to show you how we measure off and then cut the cardboard. Start at a straight edge. If we need 8 inches in length, we'll mark it on one side and then make another mark a little further away, and then we can draw a line connecting the two dots and the line will be straight. So we've now got our length of 8 inches or 20 centimeters, and then the width is 3/4 of an inch or 2 centimeters. And again, mark it, draw the line, and then we'll see how to cut it. The best way to cut this cardboard is with a knife, and don't try to cut all the way through. I find it's best to hold a ruler and use that as my guide, so I cut nice and straight. Not necessary to go all the way through, and you'll see why in a minute. And we're going to cut the cross piece as well. You do want to make sure that you go good and deep, but you do not have to go all the way through. Then what we're going to do is bend the cardboard, and you'll see that it goes very nicely to the last piece of paper backing, and then it's much easier to just slide the knife along the cardboard backing and free the piece that way. Now you'll find that sometimes the edges are not as clean as you would like. I find a little bit easier to clean them up with the scissors, because now you're not cutting through the full thickness of the cardboard. You're just cutting a few of the paper layers off the back. So there's our first strip. We need another one the same size as here. Now I've made it, so I have the 2 pieces for my A-frame. What I'm next going to need to do is make the cross piece. And the cross piece measures about 8 centimeters across, and same width 2 centimeters down, and in inches that's approximately 3.5 inches by 3/4 of an inch. So we'll cut one of those. Okay, so we're going to measure off a piece that's the same width as the other one, which is approximately 2 centimeters if we're using the metric scale. And in length, we're going to do 9 centimeters or 3.5 inches. And once we measure it, then we're using the same method of placing the ruler as our guide, cutting through deep enough that we can then fold it and cut, but not so deep that we go right through. And we just fold it, and there it practically pops right off. Use the scissors to cut through the backing. And so our cross piece is going to go there across the 2 lengthy pieces for the A-frame. And now all we need is the piece for the stand. And the size for that is going to be approximately 12.5 centimeters. And again, 2 centimeters wide. In inches, it's about 5 inches. And now I've measured off my piece for the stand, and I've cut through. Now I'm just using the scissors to cut through the paper backing right over there. And now you can see that we've got all of our pieces. We have the two for the A-frame. We have the cross piece in front, and then the stand is going to go on the back. And we just need to fold this piece over a little bit. You can see here that it's folded just about the width of that cross piece, which again is 2 centimeters. So we're going to measure down 2 centimeters and draw a line. And then to make our fold, we're going to score the cardboard pretty much the way we did when we started to cut, only not quite as deep, and fold it over. Now we need the glue gun. To be very careful when using a glue gun. It gets very, very hot. And again, adult supervision would be needed. You put a blob of glue on the top, and then just holding these two pieces at the right angle, and that's about a 45-degree angle. Again, it doesn't have to be precise, just as long as it looks right, it looks the shape of an A, we're going to be fine. And then we're going to want to put our cross piece approximately there. So to measure it in centimeters, it's going to be about 8 centimeters down from where the two pieces meet. And we're going to put a little bit of glue on both sides. And then we just press this into place. Now you'll notice that because these pieces are crossed, this one's a little higher, but it's not a problem. The hot glue will hold it in place. Just pinch it down tightly and hold it for a few seconds, and it will be just fine. Now, in order to put the stand on, we need another blob of glue right here on the back of it. And that's where we're going to place the piece we folded over. And it fits right in there. We're going to hold it down for a few minutes until the glue sets. And test that it stands up, and it does. While the glue is setting, I'm going to show you how we made the paintbrush for Barbie. These are just inexpensive paintbrushes I bought in the dollar store, and they come in a pack. I've taken the smallest one they have, and I'm just going to cut it with the scissors just past where the metal meets, and then we end up with a Barbie-sized paintbrush that we can then put into Barbie's hand. Now, depending on what kind of Barbie you have, the paintbrush might not sit in her hand without a little bit of help. So what I did was tie it on with invisible elastic thread. This is the same elastic thread that I've used to make Barbie jewelry. It's stretchy and it's transparent. So it's just perfect for attaching things to Barbie. Okay, so I've made the knot and then pulling it tight and just adjusting it into her hand. We can cut off the excess so the thread is less noticeable. And now we can just play around with it a little bit. Play around until you've got it at the right angle. And now she's ready to paint. Where's my paints? Come on, I'm ready to go. Before we paint the easel, we're just going to trim off some of the excess. Not on this, because this piece is going to support the canvas, but just to make it look a little bit neater, we can trim the A shape. And if we turn this around and clip it from the side where we see the excess sticking out, it's easy enough to make more of a pointy shape on top. And there you have it. Now we're going to make a canvas for Barbie by taking a piece of cardboard, cutting it to a reasonable size. You can make it whatever size you would like. I just cut this one very roughly, and it's approximately 10 centimeters by 6. My original painting that Barbie made was 8 by 10. You want a nice rectangular shape, and you'll see the artwork sits very nicely on that ledge. That's really all we need for the easel. We can leave it a natural brown color, but if you like, you can paint the easel any color you want. And because in my Barbie video we had 3 different Barbies in character and I wanted them to be distinct, I painted each easel a different color. Again, this is not expensive acrylic dollar store paint, and it's called crafter's paint, and you don't need a lot of it. You don't even need to be that precise about what you're doing, but putting on a little bit of this color just makes it look that much more finished off. And here we have it, Barbie's easel, all ready for her to start painting, and this will sit on top of the easel. If you enjoyed this video, please check out my Instagram, Fabulous Freddy Barbie, and also look on my YouTube channel, Fabulous Freddy Barbie, for more Barbie videos. We have stories as well as how-to. And if you like them, please hit subscribe.